Kerry will be here in just a moment. There she is. But she had a bit of an audio glitch when recording this video. So for the first minute and a half, you'll have my lovely vocals filling in for the absence of hers. So as we can see here, she's showing off the freebie. She is putting her hand on one side while she tells you all about it, and then waving her hand over the other one, casting a magic spell. This particular set is Ephemera Pocket and Bits, and we're hoping today that she will actually show us how to make one. I believe she's now going to show us what she's already made in preparation for this video. So the pocket has ephemera tucked into it, it has a pretty back, it has a pretty front, and it has this tag shoved in the top here. All very pretty. And then she's also made these little clusters. Aren't they cute? Oh, and this tiny tag. So very, very versatile freebie. And she's probably telling you about the group that you can join to get this freebie. I'm sure she'll mention it again towards the end, but we'll pop links in the description box for the freebie and the group. And she's about to begin showing you how to put it together, and I think the sound's about to come back in, so I'll leave you with her. Bye!
So this is the section that makes up the pockets for our display pocket, and this is a panel that I'm going to be putting on the back. Now, as I've already mentioned, you can use it in any way that you choose, and this would make a lovely tag just on its own if you just cut it in half or folded it in half and put a little tag toppers on the top. So I'll need to fold my display pockets, so I'm going to bring my scoreboard in just to help me with some scoring, and I'll pop this bit to the side because we don't need that just now. So you'll notice on the display pocket piece that there is a line here, hopefully you can see that. There's a line in the middle here, and then you've obviously got lines top and bottom of this white piece. So when we're going to score this, we only need to score this middle line and then the top line, which would become the top of our pocket. So the middle line, the top line, middle line, and the top line or bottom line, whichever way you're looking at it. Okay, so once we've scored it, we're going to fold the middle line with the right sides together and then fold the top of the pocket down, and you'll see how that creates a little pocket in here. So we'll do the same for the rest of the folds. Now if your edges aren't 100% even, it doesn't matter because we'll trim it up afterwards, but you want to try to make sure that these little pockets visually look straight when you've got it all folded up. If you do have any little bits of white showing, you can always ink along the edges there. And then I'm going to bring in my other piece and decide which way up I would like it. So I think I'm actually going to have it that way. And what I want to do is I'm going to fold down the top by about an inch or a couple of centimetres. It doesn't have to be exact. And again, I just want to make sure that that looks straight, which it does. Now, if you were going to sew around the edges, I would just clip it with some paper clips, take it to your sewing machine, sew around the edges, and then you can trim up around the edges after the fact. But I'm going to use glue today to show you where you need to glue these pockets. So we'll work on this piece first, and I've just got my art glitter glue. So I'm just going to open my pockets and I'm going to pop a little bit of glue just between this halfway or middle line and the top of my pocket on both sides, just a small amount. Then I'll fold that pocket up and I'm going to push it outways so any glue goes to the outside of my pocket, it's not getting squeezed inside my pocket. Do the same on the next one down. Now if you're going to ink, obviously do that before you glue if you're going to ink the top of these pockets. Okay, so I've got those glued down, but you can see my piece wants to sort of curve upwards because these flaps haven't been glued down yet. So I'm going to ink along the top of my pocket. And then I'm going to turn my pockets over and I'm just going to add a little bit of glue underneath. Now if you were sewing, you wouldn't have these flaps loose. They would be held down on the edges by the stitches. Okay, so I've got everything glued down there, that looks fine. Then I'm going to come over here and glue this little flap down. Then I want to adhere this on top. I want to have a little bit of a gap at the top so that I can pop a tag or something in here. And then I only want to attach these three sides here so that this remains a nice big deep pocket. So I'm just going to apply a little bit of glue along my edges. And just along the bottom of my pockets. I'm going to line up my piece, making sure that it looks straight. And again, I'm going to spread that glue towards the outside. I'll take a pair of scissors and I'll just trim that bottom piece off. But I'll keep this because I can use this as a piece of ephemera in my pockets as well. So once I've got everything glued down, I just want to straighten up the edges and the bottom of my pocket. Okay, so now I've got all of my edges nice and straight. This bottom pocket's looking a little bit wonky there, but never mind. Just going to go and ink all the way around the edges. Okay, so I'll just set our little pocket aside to fully dry and I'll bring in some of our other bits and pieces. So we've got our piece that's left over from the back of our pocket. We've got all these other little bits that I have cut out. And then we have this double-sided tag, so I'm just going to fold it in half and glue it together, but if you wanted to have two separate tags you can just easily cut them apart. It's been very, very cold in here and my glue stick is like a rock. So you can of course use bits and pieces to decorate the tag, or if you just want to fill up the ephemera pocket with the bits and pieces and send it as a happy mail or add it to a journal for other people to use, you just pop it in there blank. So I'm just going to leave that one in there blank for the moment. And take this extra piece that we had from the background paper which is extremely wonky. But I'm going to glue that down. What I'll do is I'll just start adding my bits and pieces to my pocket and see how I like how they sit. So there we go, a lovely little display pocket that you could clip into a journal or just send to someone as Happy Mail with all this lovely ephemera inside, and it is double-sided. Now I haven't backed any of my pieces of ephemera today, but you could of course back them. You could print out the pocket page a second time and back everything with a piece of this, or you could just use tea or coffee dyed paper, whatever you like. Anyway, I think it came out super cute, and as usual, Rennie has made an amazing freebie kit for us to play with. I'm sure you guys will all come up with your own awesome ideas, and I look forward to seeing those in the group. There will be links in the description box below to the group, and I encourage you all to come and join us over there. It's a lot of fun, get lots of inspiration. But for those of you that don't do Facebook, you will be able to download this kit from our shop as well, and there will be a link in the description box for that as well. So thanks so much for joining me today. I'll see you again next time. Bye!